All right, we got Brian Garlock coming out of East Coast Fighter in North Carolina.
He's coming down with his jiu-jitsu gi on, so that tells us right there to expect him to be a good ground fighter. 19 years old, that's young. I'm very excited to see what this guy's bringing to the cage.
He looks like he's an athlete as well.
I expected nothing less out of a 19-year-old debuter.
19-year-old, 155. Now the question is nerves. You know, you never know with a guy coming into the cage for the first time. They might have all the skills in the world, but the first time they're in that cage, in front of the lights, the cameras, the screaming fans, how are those nerves going to affect them? Is it going to kill their cardio? Are they going to rise to the occasion?
A lot of fighters, they come to the cage for the first time and they're very surprised on how it affects their cardio. They're not used to the adrenaline, the cameras, the lights, all the pressure. In training, they train round after round and they feel fine, and they come in here after the first round, they're gassed.
Yeah, and that's a common thing with a lot of debuters, because they don't realize how that adrenaline rush they get from that debut affects their cardio, and they don't prepare for that.
Got Donnie Jessup giving the last minute instructions to the fighters. We got Brian Garlock wearing the blue shorts, Marcus Fludd in the black Valley Judo shorts.
Looks like Brian's got a definite reach advantage. He does have a height advantage for sure.
He looks like a lot bigger than his opponent, Marcus Fludd. Look like they could be in two different weight classes.
That was a nice straight right there.
Got Garlock controlling the center of the cage.
Looks like Marcus is pushing for that takedown.
He did not like getting that hit, and he moved in for the clinch. Garlock spun around and put him up against the cage.
I don't think he wanted any more of that stand-up. He's going to have to get this locked up quick. Garlock is going to work.
He is swinging those punches.
Okay, now
drops down for the guillotine.
It's under the chin. That might be in there. It's getting tighter. He's actually pushing it in. That's really tight. His head's starting to come out, though.
What does Marcus need to do here?
Marcus needs to keep pulling his head out at this point.
There he goes, he pops out.
Now he's got to watch with a sweep here. He gets him back down.
Landing some nice blows in that sweep attempt.
Now he's standing up. It looks like he's going to try to rain down some punches. Garlock's doing the right thing, trying to tie up the arms.
Let's see how Garlock's jiu-jitsu is. He came down with his gi on.
Did you notice any belt with that gi? Do we have any idea what ranking he holds?
He was not wearing a belt, just the gi top. Rolls in for, looked like a leg lock. He bailed on it. Reverse mount, swims up, he gets up.
Oh, nice reversal. Now he's got his back.
He's got a front headlock. He falls back for the guillotine again.
He's only got one arm in. Doesn't look like he has it.
Garlock looks comfortable on his back.
He's setting up a triangle. If he sweeps him down, he's going to get it. Marcus needs to drive and hook up. Oh, that's a mistake. This is going to be tight.
He's moving into the mounted triangle. He laid out a lot of punishment here.
As soon as he passes Marcus' feet out of the way, Marcus is in some real trouble. He's already in trouble, but this is going to be over soon.
He doesn't have the triangle locked anymore.
Wow, that was amazing. That was so close to being a finish. I'm really surprised that Garlock was not able to finish that. Marcus
Fludd has fought out of 2 close submissions already. That takes a lot out of you.
Like we were talking about, these are young, athletic guys. You know, sometimes that explosion in that first round, but if they make it out of the first round, what's going to happen in round 2? Are they going to still have that gas tank?
There's a 10-second mark. Marcus laying down some punches now with Brian going for the single leg. He got it.
All right, that's into round 1. Who do you have on that one?
With the submission attempts, I think Brian Garlock got the first round. Marcus is a game fighter, though. I'm expecting a good second round out of these two.
I think Garlock definitely landed a little more. from standing as well. He was winning the standing in the middle of the fight. And then once the fight went to the ground, Garlock was able to go for several different submission attempts. Marcus scrambled, was able to maintain, but I still think Garlock took that one.
Marcus was on top for parts of that round. In the judges' eyes, you never know which way they're going to go when a fighter is on top, even though the guy in the bottom is throwing up submission attempts.
Yeah, and I think as time goes on, the judges have become more educated, but there's still some more education needs to be done.
They both look ready for round 2. Neither one looks very tired here.
Round number 2.
Here we go, round number 2. Coming out to a little slower pace.
You got Marcus as a southpaw. Garlock landing some right hands.
Oh, nice overhand right.
Marcus puts him up against the cage again. Landing some uppercuts, some rights.
He's got his rock. Oh, that's a nice right. Oh, and he fires back.
Brian's fighting back.
This is definitely a good debut for both of these guys.
They're very tough guys right here, impressing a lot of people. Nice uppercut, nice left hand. They're throwing hard punches. Marcus still likes to be in tight. Hold the clinch. Garlock gets a nice knee to the midsection. Another knee by Garlock. And he works the body a little bit. Marcus not throwing a lot. Oh, he lands a nice right hand. Garlock fires back with the right and the left of his own.
Looks like Garlock is going to have to get his back off the cage. Oh!
He got a low blow. Garlock goes down. Ref calls time.
Definitely, I think it was unintentional. He was going for the body. And sometimes that happens in those tight clinches.
That was a hard hit, though. He's got 5 minutes to recover. And if he can't recover, what happens here?
Since it's in the second round, typically speaking, they'll go to the judge's scorecard. Sometimes they'll declare it a no contest. It just kind of depends on how far into the second round it is.
Would they take the second round score, or do they only go by the first round?
You know, that kind of changes from one state to the next as far as their commission rules, and that also changes whether it's amateur or pro, so I'm not exactly sure how they would handle it. Now, Donnie Jessup came over and warned Marcus. I believe he knows it's unintentional, but if that happens again, he'll probably take a point.
Doesn't look like he's taking a point here. Brian's up, he's walking around. You can tell he's hurting a bit, but I think this fight's going to go on. He's got a full 5 minutes to recover.
You know, very rarely from an unintentional shot like that, like a groin shot, very rarely does the fight actually stop. Usually the 5 minutes, they'll take their 5 minutes and they're good to go.
Most fighters don't take the full 5 minutes. But if you're not ready, you need to take that full 5 minutes.
Sometimes they get encouraged by the crowd. Sometimes the crowd will be yelling, maybe even sometimes booing. Sometimes they're afraid they're giving the opponent a break to get a breath, and they don't want to do that. So sometimes they'll rush themselves back in. Sometimes it's a good choice, sometimes it's not.
It would be my advice to take 1 extra minute, even if you don't think you need it, because when you can take a low blow like that, and you go back into the fight, sometimes all of a sudden it hits you again. It's like, oh man, I'm not ready.
Then it'll really take a toll on your cardio, and it's just a distraction in the fight.
And how old is Kenny Letts? Kenny Letts Senior's only 29.
We got a time clock. How far into the 5 minutes are we?
I'm not sure where we're at right now, but we got to get at least a couple minutes in.
Donnie Jessup is talking to Brian right now. Brian is, you know, for a debut guy, he seems pretty seasoned. He's taking as much time as he needs.
Which, again, like you say, sometimes that's the best option. Because both guys are retired, so he's getting just as much of a rest as his opponent. Now the question is that going to make Marcus gun-shy going in, worrying about losing a point? Looks like we're starting it up again. Here we go.
No point is taken. They come back out again. We got Marcus in the southpaw. He comes in with the right jab. Brian is swinging heavy. He wants to end this fight.
Oh.
Oh, he's taking some punches there. Marcus getting aggressive himself. Nice right hook.
Overhand rights. Again. More overhand rights. Oh, man. He's got his back.
Last much longer. Marcus is really putting.
Garlock is going to have to cover up soon. Donnie Jessup's getting ready to step in. That's it. That's it. And it's over. Garlock is down right in front of us. It's a very hard fall fight.
What a fight!
This is his debut fight. No shame in this. Awesome fight.
That was an incredible fight. They could very easily go down as fight of the night.
Yeah, definitely.